that your laptop can easily be hacked as long as someone has access to it. And that's the issue in cybersecurity. Someone just took us on a wow course in the offices, and we just said, well, you have to hear about this, because what he did, the demonstration, I just thought we should have him here and then let him show you exactly how vulnerable we are so long as we're on the internet and we allow somebody access. Mr. Dan Idega, you're most welcome.
Thank you very much.
A cybersecurity expert.
Thank you.
We see you taking, facilitating courses in Indian organizations and all of that. What is cybersecurity?
Okay, I think I will approach that question from this angle. Cybersecurity is securing your cyberspace, especially when it has to do with digital appliances. There are so many definitions to it, but I look at it basically from securing your digital space, actually.
Digital space.
Yes. So digital space, it can be network, it can be your system, it can be your phone, it can be anything that is digitally inclined.
You made it sound so simple when you, now it's a bit complex now that you are defining it.
Yeah.
But when you demonstrated, you know, you hacked our system, you know.
Okay, so with permission.
Yeah. Because what you did, I mean, it scared me. And I think if people see this, they'll be really scared, you know. Why, you said something to us that physical access is total access.
Yes.
Explain that to us.
Okay, so many people think that if they encrypt their devices, encrypt the password, their systems, that it is safe.
Is it not safe?
It is not. There is nothing safe on this cyberspace at all. Nothing is safe.
Wow.
Yes, nothing is safe. The only thing we can do is just to apply common sense, basic security consciousness. There is nothing that is safe.
But banks have our money.
Yeah, but people are losing their money. It's the one that you don't know that you. A lot of people lose their money. Some people lose their money to phishing attack, where you see people call them and say either your account
phishing
officer. Yes, phishing attack is those kind of statements that they send messages to you that okay, your account officer or your bank needs a certain information to make sure that your account is properly, taken care of. All the banks does not call anybody.
Okay.
Yes, they don't do that. In the first place, you are the first user. So if you have a problem, you should know first.
Yeah.
It's not your bank contacting you that, okay, yes, you are. So if anybody is telling you you have a problem and you are not aware, it's just basic common sense. So that is phishing attack. And that happens on a daily basis. As we are speaking, I'm sure phishing attack is happening.
Wow.
Yes.
You also talked about the other, what you mentioned, like 4?
Yeah, we talked about password hijacking, password cracking.
Password hijacking,
password
cracking.
Okay.
And then?
We also talked about, can I remember? I think we deal with a lot of things.
There was.
So let's start from password hijacking, for instance. People browse through the net, and then they tend to save their passwords on their browsers. Tell their passwords, please, I don't want to forget. Why? Because they make the password so complex.
Yeah.
For even them, they don't even remember. I've seen so many people.
Yeah, but they're always telling us to change password, so it's easy for me. I just store it on my browser.
Okay. So storing it on your browser makes you vulnerable. Yes, it makes you vulnerable, because what that means is that if anybody that has a very good knowledge of hacking with a bad intention can actually get your details out of that browser. Okay. The browser is designed in such a way that have a back end of lookups of hypertext markup language. So if you know those basic things, you can actually reveal your password.
You were even doing that just with
Yeah.
mouse click.
Yeah. The moment you just, it's just basic knowledge.
Okay.
Yes.
Because what we want now is for you to show people, because I thought this knowledge was, you know, it's too important for you to just keep it only to a few. And then fortunately you are doing it for free for us, and you even did it on WhatsApp for free. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Will you demonstrate it for us?
Yes, we can.
Okay.
We can do it now.
What will you show us first?
Okay, so let's start from the password hijacking.
Okay.
It's a basic process where users tells their browsers to remember them of their encrypted files, passwords and all of that. When they do that, the password actually stores those, the browser actually stores those passwords.
Okay.
But the problem with that is that there is certain elements within the hypertext markup language that if you right-click on that password field,
yes,
if you right-click on it and said you click on inspect, it's going to give you a pop-up menu.
Yeah.
Those pop-up menu, you will see inspect. If you click on inspect, it will inspect the browser's back end.
Okay.
That back end, there is a code there that says input type password.
Yeah.
The reason why you type password into your password field is not plain text, you cannot see.
Yes.
Is because of that particular code. So if you override that code, let's say where you have password PASSWORD,
yes,
if you override that password field by either password something, or you type a certain name, maybe your name or a name of an animal, or just a password 1 or password underscore.
Just anything that changes.
Exactly. If you alter that field,
PASSWORD.
if you alter it and click on tab on your keyboard, it's going to review the plain text of that password.
Wow.
So I don't think if you have this basic knowledge, it's not right to store your passwords on your browser. Yes, it's not right at all.
Guys, what you're about to see now is for educational purposes. Don't use it to hack anybody's system. It's just for educational purposes, for you to know, as Engineer Dan is saying, that you shouldn't store your passwords in your browser. So let's go to that demonstration, right?
Yes.
All right. We'll be right back.
This email has a password stored on the browser. So if I do next, it will tell me to put my password. Now, because it's stored already, I have the password here. So if I right click on this place and I say inspect, okay, so I'm going to see this field open for me. So I will pull it up a little so that I can see exactly. So here you will see type input type password here. Like I said, if you override the password PASSWORD here, if you override it or add something, it will reveal your password. So now that I've done that, I've added pass1 to that password field. The only reason why this password field is showing ... is not exposing the plain text is because the hypertext markup language said the input type should be password. So, and because it's password, it's not supposed to be revealed. It's a programming language. Now that we have override it, we have added something. There's nothing like password 1. So if I click on tab, now it will reveal my password. So look at what happened now. The password is here live. So this is what you see if you allow your browser to store your password, and then somebody else have access to your system. Anything can happen. Remember, I said that physical access is total access.
Okay. Wow. Did you see all of that? Amazing. Now, you see, that's just when you have it on the browser. That means the system is open, right? Now, but what if, you know, the person just has access to the system and the system is not on and there's a password on it?
Okay. Like I used to say, that physical access is total access. Do we now say, okay, because we have burglaries on our doors, on our windows at home, that for that purpose we cannot be burgled?
So we should just let armed robbers just stay around the house,
because
just
you
have a party around.
So, and you have those kind of protection. So basically what it means is that first thing first is that you need to be conscious of the security of your devices physically first. Because if it's being handled or taken over by the wrong persons, you are totally gone. Windows have a flaws. There's an open vulnerability around the Windows OS that you can override, even if your device is passworded.
Okay.
For instance, if you have a Windows 10 on your system, for instance, and you put you encrypt it, you put all manner of password, and you think you are safe, you are not, because the moment the person with bad intention that has this knowledge, let's say a hacker with a bad intention, he can override that password completely. There is a backdoor that they use. You know, if you on the system and then it boots, the moment the Windows logo shows, if you force it off and you boot it again, if you repeat that action 4 to 3 times, the system will be confused. At that point, he does no longer understand that you want to boot the system. He knows that something is wrong. So it does not boot directly to the desktop background any longer. It enters a mode called the diagnostic mode. On that diagnostic mode, you can actually take control. You know, you can tell the system to do a system image recover, or you can go through the backdoor called command prompt. If you enter that area, there is an option where you can actually alter 2 files. There's a file called utilman or setc, and there's another file called command prompt. Now, utilman ordinarily is supposed to give you ease of access. Let's say people who have disability, who maybe doesn't hear, but they can see. Some cannot see, but they can hear. They use that is a file where they use to communicate with them. But now, if you alter that utilman and rename it to CMD, and then rename CMD to utilman, yes, so you just interchange their operation. If you do that and save that state and you reboot, at this time it will still give you that password field that enter password before you can boot your system to the desktop. But at that point, if you click that ease of access, instead of doing what the programming language was set to do initially, it will now pop up command prompt. And that command prompt is a command line interface where any code you type in there, the system understands. So if you type now net user, it will reveal the administrative account of that system. If you see the administrative account of that system and you type net user, assuming the administrative account is...
Should we disclose all of this?
No, for instance, I think there was a disclaimer earlier.
There was a disclaimer.
So the essence of this is for knowledge sharing. Now, it's not just, we are saying that if you leave your system open physically, with the intention that because you have a password, that you cannot be hacked, then you are dreaming.
Because what I'm thinking about is that you don't reveal all of it, but for demonstration purposes, we will demonstrate how you will get into a system that is locked. but without showing all, because some people are going to come to this
Okay.
show
Okay.
and try to learn each of the steps to be hacking maybe parents' systems and all of that, which
okay, it's actually is quite unfortunate.
Yes.
Otherwise, there's an advantage side of it.
Okay.
For instance, somebody forgot his password.
Yes.
There are documents on that system.
Okay.
You can also use this particular means to actually either override that password so that you can gain easy access.
Okay.
Or you change the password.
Okay.
You
Or
know.
if somebody dies.
Exactly.
Yeah,
maybe there
and
is a
maybe
will
family,
or
yes,
something
a
inside.
will is in
Yeah,
it.
so there is a positive angle of it actually.
Yeah, okay.
But it can be demonstrated. We'll demonstrate and then maybe leave the rest out
Okay.
of it and all of that.
Yeah,
Yes.
because somehow I don't want us to become accomplices in
Okay.
cybercrime.
Yeah. Okay.
Even though, yes, these things are available, but increasingly, you know, people are a bit nonchalant with their systems.
Right. You're right.
Yeah. So why do you think people should take this? Like, you know, you also give some cybercrime courses, some cyber security courses.
Yes.
Is it everyone that should take those courses, or what happens?
Yes, I think it's everyone, because you might not want to go into it as a career,
Okay.
but almost everybody use the digital devices.
Yeah.
Either you are using phone, or you have a laptop, you are working. So for your own personal protection,
Yes.
you need to have this basic knowledge.
Okay.
Maybe also for organization where you work,
Yeah.
you want to protect them. You are not a full cyber security expert, but basic information about it, maybe letting your colleagues know they should not click any links they see.
Yeah.
If you see an email that is a little bit, you don't know the sources.
Yes.
You don't trust the source. Don't open it. Think twice before you do any kind of operation online. Those kind of basic information.
You have said something. Maybe if we were to distill it into 5 tips for cybersecurity, what would you say? Someone watching us now.
Okay, so one
Yeah.
is that I will advise that you have some basic security softwares on your devices.
Okay.
It could be a phone, it could be a laptop, maybe antivirus.
Okay.
Or
And you also told us to avoid free antivirus.
yes, of course.
Why?
Okay, so those free antiviruses are not free actually.
Okay.
Now, you might not have paid for it, but there is
You
a trick
pay.
behind it.
Okay.
So what they do is that they write these softwares and say, okay, go and test it. But they are also aware that there are people who are smart out there, that they can use this thing, and then when it expires, they would re-download again. Because I heard people say that before. So they know. So what they do is that they also write viruses along. Yes. That virus, there is a code written behind it that it should not expire at a certain time. For instance, trial softwares are given for either a 1-month period or 3 months period. Some even go as far as 6 months.
Okay.
So the ones that go like 6-month period, they will write also a virus attached to it, and that it should not trigger until that 6 months. So when it is 6 months immediately, then the virus triggers itself in.
Okay.
At that point, you are compelled to go and buy.
Yes.
So if you don't go and buy, you are already, so you can see the tricks behind it.
Yeah.
And you see, at that point, for somebody who has a malicious intention, he might not write that thing with the intention of, okay, go and buy.
Okay.
Some does that so that they can create a payload. There's what we call payload or listener. These are things that transport your information from your system to them.
Oh.
Yes. The moment that virus triggers,
Yes.
it will override the registry of your system. So whatever activities, whether maybe it can be a finance department of an organization, whatever they are doing, they are seeing it. So they can pick your password, they can pick your credit card details, and then swipe your money overnight. Yes.
Wow,
So
wow.
it is very bad to actually go and pick those kind of free antiviruses.
So your first tip was we should install antiviruses and we should avoid free antiviruses.
Yes.
So we'll count that as one.
The second tip is you need to be conscious of the fact that it's not every link that is legitimate.
Okay.
Yes. Like I was trying to demonstrate how to create a virus on the system. They will create those things and make it look like a legitimate virus. For instance, I can create a virus and then change the icon, the look. Maybe send it to somebody and say, okay, this is the latest software now, this is the latest WinRAR.
Or it looks like a Microsoft Word or something.
Exactly. The moment you open it, it will just override the registry of your system, and that is all. So tip 2 is that be careful. Make sure that whatever link you see, know the source.
Okay.
Yes. If you are not sure of the source, don't open.
Yeah. Somebody sent me a message that says, sorry, I couldn't send. Here is the message in return, or something like that, you know. So I didn't send the message to someone, so why is he returning?
So that was just common sense. You did that because you are exposed, you are informed. A lot will not just think, they will just send straight.
Yeah.
So you just think, did you really do any transaction? Did you bargain for this? Did you actually send a file? So, but a lot of us don't think that way.
Yeah.
We are under pressure to click whatever files that comes our way. Yes.
Okay.
So it's very bad.
Okay. So we should not click on any link
that we don't know the source.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Then thirdly.
Yeah.
Microsoft is doing what we call updates. Yes. Okay. Those updates are regular now.
Okay.
And the more they are coming, a lot of people are avoiding it.
Yes.
Exactly. Yes, it will swap your data, and then it takes time. Maybe when you want to work, it's updating and all of that. I've seen systems that you see plenty pending updates.
Yes.
That when you don't do that, those updates that they are sending is because they have seen a loophole.
Yes.
The attackers are always trying to find means, whichever way to actually enter through the back door and all of that. So the moment they see such loopholes, they try to update the patch.
Okay.
Yes, that is what they are doing.
So we should always
update your softwares.
Because what the networks, when we say, oh, my data is running too fast, they say you should disable Windows updates.
Okay, so that is bad. I think they are also saying that from their own business angle.
Yeah.
Because you are complaining.
Yes.
Okay, so it's the best thing to do is to make sure that you keep all your softwares updated.
Okay.
Yes, whether be it antivirus or Microsoft Office or the window itself.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Fourth.
Okay, so number 4 is at least once in a month, every organization or an individual is supposed to have a basic cybersecurity awareness.
Okay.
Yes, that information is very, very key.
Okay.
For instance, what I'm saying now, there are a lot who don't know about it.
Okay.
And they will see us through the TV and all of that. Okay. And they know that, okay, so this update is because Microsoft is trying to safeguard my infrastructure. So those kind of informations, you need to have them, maybe get a cybersecurity expert to come and do awareness on security matters.
Okay.
Because every day attacks are happening and they are devising different means, different kind of tactics on a daily basis. So that awareness campaign is very, very key.
Okay.
Yes, very, very key.
Any final one? Fifth one?
Yeah. Okay, so final thing is let's be conscious of all security measures that we have just discussed here.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's take them into consideration and then ponder about them and then make sure that our systems are far away from unintended users.
Okay.
Yes, I think basically that is.
Wow. Thank you so much. And we will leave others now to watch the demonstration, and then, well, if you have questions, what's your social media handle? Where can they?
Okay, so I'm on Facebook. I don't have a page per se.
Okay.
But I have an account.
That's Dan.
Idega Daniel Igoche.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, I'm on Facebook, so they can reach me through there.
Okay.
Any question I can also answer through that.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
Really appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome on Akweya TV. Tech is a big part of development, and this is why we brought this to you. We're going to discuss artificial intelligence at a different time, and how it's going to affect a lot of things that we do. Thank you for staying tuned, and your comments are needed. Enjoy.
So I will press any key on my keyboard, which I've done that already. So it takes me here. So it's asking me to install now. So I'm not installing because I have a different intention for this operation. So I'm going to click on repair your computer, and it takes me here. So I click on troubleshoot. I click on advanced option. Can do system image recovery, or I can do command prompt. So let me just take command prompt in this demonstration. So I will type regedit and enter. On this regedit, I go to file and then click import. I click on this PC and then I move down. So double click on the local disk, you'll see Windows folder. Double click on Windows. Then here search for system32. Then press enter. Utilman. Okay, so Utilman is here. Now, please, if you right click on this Utilman, it's going to pop up an error. Click on it. You see, it has highlighted it for me already. So what I will do now, I will rename it. Maybe I will do _1 or something. Now I have altered this name Utilman to Utilman _1. It can be anything. Then I will look for now CMD. Now, okay, here is CMD. I'll do the same thing here. Just click on it, and then you rename CMD now to Utilman. That is what I will do. So click outside. It will show you that same name CMD, but it has already been renamed. So at this point, I close here, and then type exit out. So I type exit, I'm out. Now I'm going to boot. Instead of doing the form or the option we did before, so I will boot to the Windows directly. Now that I don't have access to the password before, so I'll allow the Windows to boot normal, and then when it boots normal, I can see if I can gain access to it.